Glamis Castle, a name that sends shivers down the spine of those who dare speak it. An ancient fortress steeped in mystery and shrouded in tales of the paranormal. Nestled in the heart of Scotland's rolling hills, this imposing structure stands as a testament to a bygone era. Its towering turrets and formidable stone walls a constant reminder of its storied past. Glamis Castle is more than just a historical relic, though. It's a place that's earned a reputation that's enough to make even the most hardened of skeptics feel a chill down their spine. You see, Glamis Castle is considered by many to be one of the most haunted places in the world. Its halls echo with whispers of the past, and its shadows seem to dance with the spectres of the departed. But what makes Glamis Castle so eerie? What ghostly tales have been woven into its very stones? To understand the hauntings, we must first step back in time, into the castle's dark and tumultuous history. Glamis Castle, a paragon of Scottish architecture, was constructed in the late 14th century. It was built by the Lyon family, who later became the Earls of Strathmore and Kinghorn, a lineage that continues to this day. The castle's imposing silhouette has dominated the Angus landscape for more than 6 centuries, bearing silent testimony to the countless lives and stories that have unfolded within its walls. The castle's history is punctuated by notable inhabitants, one of whom was Lady Janet Douglas. Lady Janet, accused of witchcraft and plotting to poison King James V, was burned at the stake in 1537. Her tragic and untimely death is but one of the many grim tales that permeate the stone walls of Glamis. Glamis Castle has also been the site of significant historical events. It served as a refuge during the Jacobite uprisings in the 18th century, its cavernous rooms echoing with the whispers of rebellion. It was also the childhood home of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, and the birthplace of her second daughter, Princess Margaret. Yet the castle's prestigious history is not without its shadows. There are tales of secret rooms and hidden passages, of unaccounted-for inhabitants, and unspeakable acts. One such tale speaks of a secret chamber where a nobleman played cards with the devil himself. Another tells of a monstrous child hidden away from the world whose cries can still be heard on stormy nights. These stories, woven into the very fabric of the castle, are tinged with a sense of unease, a chilling reminder of the castle's darker past. They serve as a prelude to the spectral presences that are said to haunt Glamis to this day. And it is within these historic walls that the spirits of the past are said to still reside. One of the most famous apparitions of Glamis Castle is the Grey Lady, a spectral figure shrouded in a veil of sadness and despair. Her story begins centuries ago in the heart of Scotland. Born as Lady Janet Douglas, she was the widow of the 6th Lord Glamis and was accused of witchcraft by King James V. Her alleged crime, plotting to poison the king himself. Despite pleading innocent, Lady Janet was condemned, and her fate was sealed. She was burned at the stake in the year 1527, leaving a sorrowful stain on the castle's history. Now she is known as the Grey Lady, forever bound to the halls of Glamis Castle. Her forlorn spirit, cloaked in a grey robe, wanders the castle grounds, a silent testament to her tragic end. She is most often seen in the clock tower and the chapel, perhaps seeking solace in these places of time and faith. Over the years, countless visitors have reported encounters with the Grey Lady. They speak of a sudden chill in the air, a feeling of being watched, and a ghostly figure drifting through the corridors. Some have even heard the faint rustle of her robes, or the soft echo of her despairing cries. One such encounter comes from a group of tourists who were exploring the castle when they felt an inexplicable coldness envelop them. Turning around, they saw the Grey Lady, standing at the end of the hallway. She looked at them with mournful eyes before fading into the shadows. This chilling encounter left them in awe and fear, a memory they carry to this day. The Grey Lady's tale is a tragic one, a story of injustice and sorrow. Her ghost serves as a grim reminder of the castle's dark past, forever etched in its ancient stone walls. Her presence may send shivers down your spine, but it also stirs a sense of empathy, a silent plea for understanding. The Grey Lady is but one of many spirits said to haunt Glamis Castle. Another infamous ghost is Earl Beardie, a man doomed to an eternity of torment for a game of cards played on the Sabbath. Earl Beardie, also known as Alexander Lyon, was a man of considerable wealth and influence in the 15th century. However, his life of privilege did not spare him from the consequences of his actions. His sinful card game, played on the holiest day of the week, led to a curse that would forever bind him to the castle. The story goes that one Sunday, the Earl, engrossed in a heated game of cards, was warned that his actions were in defiance of God. Ignoring the cautionary advice, he proclaimed that he would play until doomsday, even if it meant playing with the devil himself. As if on cue, a mysterious stranger appeared, challenging the Earl to a game. As the night wore on, the stakes grew higher, and the stranger's true identity became apparent. The stranger was none other than the devil, who in the light of the morning claimed Earl Beardie's soul, condemning him to an eternity of torment. Even today, centuries later, the Earl's presence is palpably felt in the castle. Visitors have reported hearing the ominous sound of dice rolling and the Earl's ghostly cries echoing through the corridors. Some have even claimed to see his spectral figure wandering restlessly, forever trapped in his endless game of cards. The story of Earl Beardie, with its chilling combination of pride, blasphemy, and a deal with the devil, serves as a grim reminder of the consequences of defying sacred laws. His eternal punishment, played out in the spectral realm of Glamis Castle, continues to instill fear and suspense in those who dare to step foot within its walls. His haunting presence, along with the other ghostly inhabitants, creates an atmosphere of unease and dread that is impossible to ignore. Yet these are just a few of the many ghostly tales that give Glamis Castle its eerie reputation. Glamis Castle, a place where the past refuses to stay buried, where echoes of history linger in every shadowy corner. The haunting tales of Glamis Castle are as diverse as they are chilling, each echoing the castle's long and tumultuous history. Residing in the heart of Scotland, Glamis Castle has been standing for over 6 centuries, each one filled with a rich tapestry of intrigue, tragedy, and spectral encounters. It's no wonder this ancient edifice is considered one of the most haunted locations in all of Britain. The Grey Lady, the ghost of Lady Janet Douglas, is perhaps the castle's most famous spectral resident. Accused of witchcraft and burned at the stake, her restless spirit is said to wander the castle, her tragic end forever imprinted on the very stones of Glamis. Her tale is a haunting reminder of the castle's dark history, a time when accusations of witchcraft were enough to seal one's fate. Then there's the story of the infamous Earl Beardie, a man so wicked his soul was claimed by the devil himself. His eternal punishment, an endless game of cards, serves as a grim reminder of the consequences of unchecked ambition and greed. The echoing sounds of dice and cards in the dead of night are a chilling testament to his enduring presence. But it's not just these famous phantoms that haunt Glamis Castle. There are countless tales of unseen presences, strange noises, and chilling apparitions. Each one adds another layer to the castle's spectral tapestry, further cementing its reputation as a hotspot for paranormal activity. Why do these stories persist? Perhaps it's because they're more than just tales. They're a reflection of the castle's history, a history that's been soaked in blood, treachery, and tragedy. The spirits that linger are remnants of this history, forever trapped within the castle's ancient walls. These ghostly tales have become an integral part of Glamis Castle's legacy. They attract visitors from all over the world, each one eager to experience the castle's chilling atmosphere firsthand. But these stories are more than just tourist attractions. They're a reminder of the castle's past, a past that refuses to stay buried. The Glamis Castle we see today is a monument to history, a testament to the countless lives that have passed through its doors. Its ghostly inhabitants serve as a reminder of the castle's turbulent past, each one a piece of the castle's enduring legacy. The stories of Glamis Castle are not just tales of ghosts and ghouls. They're a reflection of the castle's history, a history that is deeply intertwined with the very fabric of Scotland. It's a history that continues to echo through the castle's halls, a history that refuses to be silenced. And so, Glamis Castle stands, a silent sentinel to the past, its ghostly inhabitants forever bound to its ancient stones.